welcome or welcome back to my channel, Luxe Party Favors by Nikki. And today I have a design and assembly tutorial for you. We are going to be making these little cuties for back to school. It's a glue stick, a wrap glue stick, and a wrap pencil. But before we get started, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all of the tutorials that I have coming towards your way. I am getting in a battle rhythm and I'm starting to provide tutorials every Monday. I'm trying to film in advance so I can just have it ready for you. And don't forget your freebie. Look in the description box and I have a link to a template which will have all types of designs. Hold on, let me show you. Well, not actually the designs, but the templates for each of these items in this back to school starter kit. And all you'll have to do is drag and drop your image in the template that I have available for you, and you can create some adorable back to school goodies for your children or for a client or just for practice. I know there's debate with regards to whether or not to wrap or customize children's school supplies. In some schools, like my son's school, they have a community, I guess, treasure chest of school supplies. So probably wouldn't be the best idea, but if anything, he can keep this as his homework school box and keep it in his book bag. And he goes to aftercare, so he can use this little kit to do his work. And he knows that this belongs to him. So whatever you want to do, I just want to provide this quick tutorial for you. Again, this is only for the pencil and for the glue stick. I did do the notebook cover last week, or not last week, one of the other videos. Just take a look in my my video list and you'll see. But I want to show you this today. And after I'm done talking, you're going to go ahead and see my computer screen. And it's a pretty lengthy design tutorial. So if you don't want to watch that piece, feel free to jump right to the assembly piece. And of course, if you already know how to assemble, watch the design piece. And as I always say, I would love for you to watch it in its entirety. But I understand it could be a lot. But I like to put this out there for those who are really trying to learn, and for those who are trying to tweak their skill sets as well. All right, I'm talking too much. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is open up Canva and go to my templates, and I will link these free templates below. It just has the measurements, and you can just drag and drop any image inside of the templates. So what I did, I just did a copy and paste of the pencil template and the glue stick because that's what we're going to be covering today. And I just put it on a separate page. But of course, if you're doing a design for someone, you'll likely just keep everything on one page. So I already had this Jurassic Park themed image saved, and that's the theme that I'm going to do for this project. So I just did a drag and drop, just as I mentioned, and maneuvered it around so that the main logo was centered. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and erase the Jurassic Park because that's where I want to put the name. But you'll see a little later on in this video, I'm going to completely erase the entire design because I'm going to go into Copilot, which is an AI program, and it's going to create the entire logo for me along with the name. But if you just wanted to drop a name in there, you can do that. So that's what I'm doing right now, just erasing. And I just went into Edit and Magic Studio and Magic Eraser to make that happen. I don't know if it's a pro element. I can't be sure, but those are the steps that I took. So now I'm just looking for some dinosaurs. So I went to Elements, just typed in dinosaurs, and of course you're going to get a ton of options. And so I was looking for something that was more realistic. And as you see, the dinosaur that I chose It is not a Canva Pro element, which is good. So if you wanted to duplicate or replicate this image, you can do so if you don't have Canva Pro. And to get the background, all you have to do is type it in AI or Google search it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to determine which dinosaurs I want to use for this actual image. And again, I wanted to make sure it was realistic. Some of them look like toys. So if you look closely, I'm not sure if you can tell on the screen, but some of them look like toys, just like they took a picture of a toy. And I just decided to delete the ones that look like toys. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you lock the backgrounds, because as you saw when I tried to move another image on top of that background image, it was going to take its spot. So you want to make sure that you lock the background image before you start layering, because otherwise it's just going to replace what you already have. So after you do that, you just start to move your elements the way or in the place that you want them to be. That's pretty much what I'm doing. And then I'm going to add some embellishments to this. And you'll see this design is just going to change completely. For example, the pencil design is going to change up a bit, or a lot actually. And that's just the design process. You have to see what works for you. You have to see what flows. And this is just my brain working. And I cut out a lot of the process, to be honest, just so I didn't bore you guys to tears. So now I'm looking for some more elements. I just typed in jungle plants in elements, just trying to see what would flow with these, the dinosaur images. So I found this cute little plant. And then I went to ChatGPT and I'm looking for the name. This is what I was talking about. I said Copilot earlier. I meant to say ChatGPT. And I'm like, hey, it's giving me all this information. So I'm like, go ahead and create it for me. I asked you to do one thing and you gave me a whole dissertation. So when you're in AI, you have to be very specific so it knows what you're talking about. And it takes a bit for the image to generate. So I just moved back to my design space in Canva. I found this greenery. I thought it would go well with the image, and I'm just going to resize that, and I'm going to duplicate it so I can put it on the other side so that it is a balanced image. But as you see, I'm still playing around, wondering and thinking, hey, should this go here? And then I decided not to put that there. And again, I'm just going to take the image that I have and duplicate it. And I thought that this would go well on behind the vines that I already have placed. So I'm just going to drag that over, and then I'm going to put the greenery on top of the vine. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Just trying to figure out what I want this to look like. So if you are stuck with a design, no issues, because I still go back and forth. Okay, as you see, ChatGPT created the entire image. So all I have to do is drag and drop it onto my desktop. I have a Mac, so you may have to download. I'm not sure, if all computers are drag and drop now. But for my Mac, I just drag and drop, and then I drag and dropped it onto the Canva, the Canva, what am I trying to say? Holy cow, the Canva page. You may have to upload it if you don't have a drag and drop option. So this is what I was referring to early on. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this entire image by using a brush to erase it. And then I'm just going to take the image that I got from ChatGPT and cover it up. Hello, I forgot to lock it. I told you guys to lock it, and I forget all the time to lock it. But you'll be quickly made aware when your main image disappears. So I just moved that on top just because everything was done. I didn't have to change anything, and it just made sense. So now, again, I'm just going to play around with the different elements to see how I want it to look. And I'm going to do the same for the pencil, just moving things around. So rather than me continuing to talk, I'm just going to let you guys watch the design process. And I'm going to put some music over it so you're not completely bored. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is save this design. I'm going to save it as a transparent background because I'm going to actually use my Cricut to cut it out. You don't have to use your Cricut. You can perfectly use scissors, but that's what you see here. I'm just uploading my design onto my Cricut app. Again, you do not have to use your Cricut machine, but I just decided to use it for this, just to give it a clean cut. Obviously, it's easy to give this a clean cut just because of straight lines, but I guess I'm being lazy, even though it still takes work to put it in the machine. Okay, we have our pencils. We like these pencils, and the schools like them as well. And we have our Elmer's glue. This is the 0.21 ounce. How do you even pronounce this? Ticonderoga? Like, I never know how to spell these pencils when I'm looking for them. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So my Cricut is finished. I thought the whole back one was going to come off. So we'll start with the Elmer's glue. Oh, it did. I don't want the whole back one to come off now. So I'm just going to peel that off. And this is going to be super simple. You're just going to wrap it around. Let's see. Line it up with the white. Hello. All right, you're just going to line it up, top and bottom, and just wrap it around. Wrap it. Shucks. Let me move this piece a little bit so that I don't cover up the Elmer's piece. Uh-oh. I'm trying a new paper. It's a vinyl paper. And I may actually like it better than my sticker paper, but it is a bit more expensive because it comes off easier. All right, just seal that. So stinking cute. Let me show you the paper that I purchased. This is the paper that I purchased. What is the brand? Ego Dio? Maybe this is the brand. I'm gonna link it below for you, but it's vinyl, so it makes the stickers, it makes better stickers, and I think it's better than the sticker paper because it'll last longer, it's more durable, and you don't have to put laminate on the sticker paper, but it looks really good. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and wrap the pencil. Okay, I'm just gonna take this off. Of course, again, the Cricut is not necessary, and look how much paper I lost doing that. But I may be able to recover it and use it for something else. But we want to line it up at the bottom. Let's see, I'm trying to get it in the middle. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes when I line it up at the bottom, it doesn't get in the middle like I want it to. Let's lay that there. That's better because I want it aligned with the top of the green, but I also want it in the middle as much as possible. So now we're just gonna start rolling, and hopefully I don't cut off too much of the name. So kind of just press it up against the pencil where those ridges are, just kind of fold it. And I can see that I'm already cutting off some of the name. So for this specific design, I would go back and resize it. But this tutorial is mainly just to show you how I wrap the pencils and the glue stick. Well, his name is right there still, so. And then you're gonna do the same with the other side. Just kind of wrap that, smooth those ridges and smooth the flat surfaces. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Keeps moving. Oh, it's not bad. You can still see the name. That's so stinking cute. Imagine this. And this is just the glue and the, let me fold it. Let me smooth this part a little bit. The glue and the pencil, but I have the whole kit. I made the whole kit for my son, not in the dinosaur theme, but that's so stinking cute, y'all. I'm gonna come back to finish up the other designs that are in my party bundle. So there you have it, my friends. So stinking cute. Also, I've seen some posts where people are concerned about sharpening the paper and ruining pencil sharpeners. So what I plan to do is include a pencil sharpener. This one I created for my son, along with some other goodies. I plan to include a pencil sharpener in the bunch so that, you know, the kids can have their own pencil sharpener and don't have to worry about it. Oh, see, look, it sharpens just fine. Can you see the sticker right there? Look at that. Sharpens just fine. But what I was gonna say is I plan to include this pencil sharpener. You get them from $1 at Walmart. Put a little label over the brand logo, and I plan to include that in my back to school kits, but it sharpens no problem, just fine. I wanted to make sure I add that because some folks were concerned about the sharpening. Well, I certainly hope that you enjoyed that tutorial. If you did, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you do, that lets the algorithm know that you want to see more of me and the tutorials. I've been doing this since about November, so I'm still getting into the swing of things. It's not perfect, so I appreciate any feedback, comments that you may have as well. And please subscribe if you didn't do so already, and share and comment and tell a friend. And that is all I have for now. You guys have a beautiful day.